let's do this 2 integration by parts. I only want to do 2 in here because I don't want to make the video too long. Okay, first of all, the one on the left, we have x times cosine phi x dx. So first, you have to do this, write this out. Don't do this on top of your head. So we let u equals to x, and then du equals to the derivative of x is just 1, right? So that is a dx. When you choose the function u, let's choose something that is easy to integrate. And then the dv is the leftover, that is cosine phi x dx. And then you integrate that, so v is equals to the integral of cosine phi x dx. The integral of cosine is equals to sine, right? So that is sine of phi x, and then you have 1 over phi in front of it. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, hey, how do you get the 1/5 in front of that? This one is a quick U substitution. So if y equals to cosine, not y equals to, if you have integral cosine phi x dx, you let u equals to phi x, and then du equals to du equals to phi dx, right? So this one, when you do the u substitution, you have 1 over phi integral cosine u du. So that's how you get the phi. That's how you get the extra 1/5 in front of the sine, right? But since we are doing integration by parts, I expect you to be able to do this in one step. I expect you to be able to do it without showing the u substitution detail right here. Okay, so this one, please do it in one step. Trust me, you can do it. Just take a little bit of practice. Okay, and then you do the integration by parts, which is uv minus the integral of v du. So uv is x over phi, and then sine of phi x, right? So uv is right here, and then minus the integral of v sine of phi x du is just equals to dx. So now the integration by parts is there, and then all you have to do is you take care of this integral for me. So that is equals to x over phi, and then you have sine of phi x minus the integral of sine is equals to negative cosine, right? So that is negative cosine phi x, and then due to the u substitution that produce a 1/5, and you also have this 1/5. Don't miss the 1/5. If you miss the 1/5, you make a mistake. And then plus c. So overall, you have x over phi, and then sine of phi x minus, plus, minus is a plus, 1 over 25 cosine of phi x plus c, and then this is your final answer. What if you want to try the u substitution? So if you want to try the u substitution, what should the u be? So you are going to let u equals to phi x, right? And then du is equals to phi dx, and then you have 1 over phi du equals to dx, and then also you have to change the x in terms of u. So x is equals to u over phi. So overall, the integral is the x becomes u over phi, and then the cosine is still a cosine. The phi x becomes a u, and then you have a du. So this one you cannot solve it. You cannot integrate. Not solve it. You cannot integrate, because the integral, you have 2 variables. You have u and a cosine of u. So this one, there is no way to move on. So this one, there is no way to move on. So that means the u substitution is not going to work. So the only choice is you do this using integration by parts. All right, so let's move on to the next one. The next one, we have integral x times e to the negative 3x dx. Okay, so let's do that. So we have integral x times e to the negative 3x dx. So using integration by parts, we are going to let u equals to x. So du is equals to dx. So at least after the after the integration by parts, we can get rid of the u, right? And then the dv is the leftover, that is a e to the negative 3x dx, and then v is equals to the integral of that. So we have the integral of e to the negative 3x dx, so that is equals to negative 1/3 e to the negative 3x. I expect you to be able to do this in one step. Like I said, this is a mini u substitution. You have the integral of e to the negative 3x dx. So back to the u substitution section, we let u equals to negative 3x, and then du equals to negative 3 dx, and then we have negative 1/3, right? And then integral eu du. That's how we get this, negative 1/3, and then e to the negative 3x plus c. That's how we get the negative 1/3 in front of the e. And again, I will expect you to be able to do this in one step. Just take a little bit of practice, all right? So do this in one step. And then follow the integration by parts. We have uv minus the integral of v du. So uv, that is x times the negative 1/3. So that is negative x over 3. And then e to the negative 3x minus integral of v du. So the integral of v du. So we have the integral of negative 1/3 e to the negative 3x, that is the v. The du is now equals to dx. And then this is negative x over 3 e to the negative 3x. And then we have a minus, that is a plus 1/3. You integrate that, so that is e to the negative 3x again. That produce a negative 1/3 in front of the e. And then you plus c. Again, do this in one step. Just take a little bit of practice. You can do it. And then negative x over 3 e to the negative 3x minus 1/9 e to the negative 3x plus c. And then this is your final answer. That is the end of this video. If you think my instruction is helpful, let me know in the comment below. Like the video, share the video for me, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Appreciate your help and support to the channel. See you all in the next video. Signing out for now.